More than 57 years ago, you may have seen this clip of video, I'm sure you have, amateur filmmaker captured what is known as the most controversial evidence of legendary Bigfoot.
So this was in Bluff Creek, California. This was the northern California coast, kind of by Eureka, if you're familiar. Some believe that it shows a female Bigfoot walking in a creek bed. For decades, people have searched the world for the creature.
Which leads us to Minnesota and the beautiful community of Remer, shout out Thunder Lake Lodge, is about 3 hours north of the Twin Cities. In 2016, the town declared itself to the home of Bigfoot after there was a sighting there. It also hosts an annual Bigfoot Days celebration.
And did you know that there is a team in Minnesota devoted to finding the elusive creature in our state? Abe Del Rio from Forest Lake joins us. He is with the Minnesota Bigfoot Research Team.
Thanks for having me on, you guys.
Nice to
Appreciate
have you on.
it, absolutely.
All right, there's a team.
Yeah, there's a team. There's 9 of us. We have a great team of guys. There's me, Tick, there's Pops, there's Dan, Jeremy, Connor, Dylan. I mean, there's a lot of us. There's Joel, there's Donovan. We have a great group of guys who are, like you said, devoted to finding more and more evidence of this creature to prove the existence of this.
What got you into Bigfoot?
The gorillas at Como Zoo. When I was going there, Mom and Dad would take me there at such a young age. I would just be so awestruck and fascinated. And then growing up, seeing, going through books and hearing both the occasional Bigfoot sighting and the Bigfoot reports coming in through the news and the television and the newspapers, and then opening up books at school library, public library, and seeing that Patterson Gimlin film.
Which is what you're talking about right there.
Absolutely.
And so there have been many a documentary about this particular piece of film and whether there's something there, whether there's not something there. But when you see this piece of film, you were inspired like this is a real thing. Let's
absolutely, 100% real. I mean, the costume technology back in that time frame, it did not have the movement where you can see the muscles moving under the fur or the skin, so to speak. In this one, you can see the different muscles popping out while it's walking with its gait and its locomotion. Yeah.
All right, so you're a Bigfoot hunter, right? And you brought all kinds of things here.
I did.
And I'm curious to know about some of them.
Yeah,
Can we start with the squatch stick?
Yes.
And when and where you use this?
Well, I'll tell you when you use that. That's if Bigfoot's not happy that you're there.
You throw it at your team member and you don't run them, basically. I'm just kidding. No, the squash stick is one of the instruments that we use to open up long distance communication. It's known through great apes that wood knocking or tree knocking is used by them to communicate. Oh. So when we go out there, we use this. We bang those on the trees, and it creates a nice acoustical sound that really travels. So that's how we do, and we do get replies from that technique. Oh,
yes. Where do these casts come from?
All over the place. The 3 right by you are from Minnesota.
This one, this one, this one?
Correct.
Are these up by Remer?
You're not too far from Remer. Yes, they're in Itasca County.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. These ones were taken back in 2006 when a road grader was grading a dirt road, and he stumbled upon these. Those were casted by our colleague Tim Olson. This one was found when we were doing that show in 2016. That's the one that you see casting and holding up and bringing that to the town hall meeting that we were on as well. So these were right around the same lake, which is an undisclosed location that we like to call. So that's what we want to do.
Sure.
Have people come up there and try to, kind of foil what we've been doing as far as research goes.
Right.
But otherwise, this is hers right there. This is the Patterson Gimlin footprint. It was taken October 20th, 1967.
This one right here?
Right here. That's her footprint right there. This one was found by a deputy sheriff out in the Olympics. This is
in Washington.
This is like so perfect.
They are perfect, yes.
It's so perfect.
And there's more than just one of them. There was actually probably about 4 or 6 different castings of that same creature. A handprint come out of the Kentucky. Another handprint comes out of Walla Walla, Washington. I mean, look at the size of that. And the thing is, found a lot of that detail got washed away in silt, so it should probably be a little bit more longer than what you're actually seeing here. And then at the end, we have some knuckle prints. So.
Oh, that's
It's got some,
Okay. What's some of the other things that you have on?
Well, we have latent fingerprint dusting kits, so in case we do come across any kind of something that they may have touched, we can dust it and lift off their fingerprints and send that in. We have what we call a call blaster, and that really projects loud sounds like that and projected alleged Bigfoot sounds that we use to hopefully get a reply or response. Everything that we do, we try to solicit a response, and once we do that, we like to have our cameras going, our audio equipment going, and hopefully we can capture the audio or even if video, if permitted. And then we got to have our night vision. This is a FLIR thermal imaging camera, which picks up heat signatures and stuff like that. And the cameras are equipped with IR, so they have night vision and stuff like that too. Long-range hearing devices, parabolic dishes. I only brought a few of the stuff, but yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're out here. They're here in Minnesota, and I mean, if they weren't, I wouldn't be spending 25 years doing this. So it's been a quarter century going on.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
How often well, first of all, well, let's talk about what we're seeing on the screen right now.
Okay.
So what's going on here?
So the great town of Remer, Minnesota, we work a little close with them. And right next to me, that's my team member, Pops, or we call him Mike. His name is Mike, but we call him Pops. We've been working with Remer because they declare themselves the home of Bigfoot. This is the Animal Planet segment that we were on in 2016. Finding Bigfoot. And this is, that opened up a lot of doors.
Sure.
We got a lot of our name out there. I mean, so it was really, really fun. Remer has their Bigfoot Festival going on. It's the first weekend in July, and it's where a town of about 390 turned into a couple thousand.
Wow.
So it is a pretty big ordeal for them. And it has a great town.
What's done at the festival? What do you guys do there?
Oh my gosh, there's so many different things. There's a Bigfoot Olympics, there's a Bigfoot 3K and 5K. There is
Bigfoot cookies, I just saw.
There's Bigfoot cookies, there's Bigfoot buns, cinnamons, there's everything. There's Bigfoot walking around on the streets. There's Bigfoot. So, oh my gosh, it is such a cute town, and the people are just amazing there.
All right, well, what's going on with these pictures over here?
Well,
I'm assuming you're going to tell me.
Absolutely.
Those trees have been knocked over by Bigfoot.
I'm not going to tell you that.
Okay.
Okay. But the thing is, we have found these in areas where we've had alleged Bigfoot activity, where we've heard wood knocking, where we've heard vocalization, or where people have sightings. Now, doing this throughout times, we kind of know what to look for. And what could be, I'm not saying it is, but what could be associated with Bigfoot is the tree formations, stick formations, things of that nature, which we think that they can manipulate and make into different formations. And here are just a few examples of different formations that might be associated with the creature itself.
Abe, is there a time of year? Because you've got winter pictures on here.
Yes.
You have like what would appear to be spring, summer pictures on here. Is there a time of year or a time of day where you guys have the best luck, or where you set aside time to go searching?
So, well, March to probably when the snow starts to fly. So in the warmer months.
Yeah.
The colder months, not so much activity, but there is activity. There might be some wood knocks, there might be some footprints found in the snow and stuff like that.
That's what I was wondering with the snow.
And so with that being said, we are equipped to cast snow prints if they're found.
Are there multiple Bigfoot?
Yes.
Okay. So is there a Bigfoot breeding season?
Well, this is all theorized, but we believe that their breeding season is in the fall, so they would carry the young. Gestation during the wintertime and give birth in the spring.
I guess I was driving to if there was a more busy activity, a different time of year for more sightings.
Right, yeah, no, actually, and you're absolutely right. I mean, who knows what happens during this time of year?
Sure.
Do they go deeper in the woods? Do they go in caves and caverns that are subterranean? That's why we're doing this, so we can get these answers, basically.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, Abe, this is great. I'm smelling me going out with Abe and going with his crew on a Bigfoot hunt.
I love it. I love it.
Into it.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
You can learn more about the Minnesota Bigfoot Research Team on their Facebook page. We'll put a link for you on MinnesotaLive.com.